How is everybody doing? This is Coach Dawn, Ray Life Coaching, and I hope that the day finds you well. Um, and so my weekly podcast, I usually do it on Sundays at about 7 p.m. But because yesterday was Easter, and I figure most people will be celebrating with their families and, eating and all that good stuff. I know I was. I enjoyed a very pleasant Easter dinner. I supported a local steakhouse that we just absolutely positively love. And so we had, nice family dinner. My granddaughter, her mom, my kids, my hubby, me. And it was nice. It was really nice. It was really intimate. Um, and we kept it under 10 because I know we still should not gather in groups more than 10 or 10 or more. So, we kept it very informal, very small, and it was nice. So with that being said, of course, I didn't go live yesterday. So I'm recording the episode instead, and I will be uploading it obviously, and you guys will still get the benefit of having an episode for this week. But it's just not live, so there's no one, chiming in or questions or anything like that. But that's okay, because we're still building and growing anyway. Hopefully in another month or two we'll have tons and tons of people calling in with questions and all that kind of stuff. So I'm really hoping to see that in the very near future. And please, if you guys like what you're hearing, if you're finding benefit from the episodes, please let me know. Like it, share it, follow me here on Spreaker. You can also find my podcast on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, iTunes Podcast, or iTunes Connect. So you can definitely find me on a lot of the major outfits as well as here on Spreaker. So again, let me know if this is working for you, what I could do better, if the topics are helping you as a coach and helping your business. Um, how is it impacting? How is the information impacting how you're going to manage your coaching business or how you're going to move forward in the coaching industry or have a coaching career? So, because that's what this is all about anyway. And I want to make sure that I'm on target and on point for you guys. So that's that with that. And so I kind of want to get into the topic, and the topic I wanted to bring is, helping your clients through the COVID um, um, pandemic. I do notice there's a lot of talk, a whole bunch of talk um, between people on social media saying, hey, if you need somebody to talk to a therapist. I've seen people say things like, here's tips and things to deal with the COVID pandemic and to help people. But I'm not seeing a lot of people talk about how coaching can help during this time. And I think that is very important because I think this is a great time for coaches. I think this is a great time for us to help people navigate this pandemic and navigate information and come up with strategies to help with anxiety and coping um, with change. And as we know, as coaches, change is hell on wheels. As people who, some of us, while we're not therapists or counselors, we do have a background in behavioral science. We have a background in psychology. I have my PhD, my master's, my bachelor's, all of my degrees, all of my certifications focus on psychology and human behavior. And so while I'm not a therapist, a licensed state board therapist, I do have a background in behavior and theories and concepts and tools. And as a coach, I do have tools that are modified for non-clinical populations. And for the field of coaching. And with that being said, I can tell you hands down that, this is some scary shit that we're dealing with for a lot of people. Some of us aren't really afraid, but some of us are because this situation, your survival is impacted, and a lot of people are feeling that they're in survival mode. And so this is a great opportunity for us as coaches to inform people how we can help them. So I wanted to bring this episode to you just to kind of talk a little bit about how can we help people. One of the ways I know that we as coaches can help people is to educate people on what coaching is, because coaching is not therapy. Coaching is not counseling, although coaching can be very therapeutic and it can fall in the realm of talking therapy, if you will, talking support. I don't want to say therapy, but talking support. And right now, people need somebody to talk to or talk with. They need somebody to help them remain accountable. They need someone to help them listen to their concerns and then address these concerns. You know what I'm saying? And who's better in a position to do that than coaches right now? And the beauty about coaching is that we're not approaching the COVID-19 pandemic from an abnormal or dysfunctional perspective. And unfortunately, well, I don't want to say unfortunately, because I'm an advocate for therapy. I love therapy. I think therapy is wonderful. I myself have gone to therapy and I love it. And I think, it's very important to have a therapist in your life. I really do. Um, but I think when you're not necessarily dealing with the past or learned behavior directly, if you're not dealing with the why you are afraid or the why you can't function or cope, then you don't really need a therapist. You can definitely get a coach, right? So that's where we come in, ladies and gents. As coaches, you know, we can work with clients from the perspective of positive psychology, from the perspective of positive coaching, from the perspective of how can you help yourself if you feel anxious? Because guess what? I am a coach. I have a background in psychology. I still feel anxious. This is some crazy stuff going on between, concerns about how leadership is handling this, how we're being treated as individuals, how we're being treated as solo entrepreneurs and solo businesses, because some of us are not going to be able to take advantage of the financial stimulus as businesses because we're not big enough, right? Or we are not going to meet certain criteria. You know what I'm saying? Some of us don't have the networking circle and no senators and no governors and no Congress people. Some of us aren't there yet, and we're not going to be able to benefit like other bigger companies, like your Googles and your Amazons, or bigger name brand companies. And so I say that to say, yeah, this could make you worry. You know, if you're like me, if you have children, hell, you worried about your kids getting it. Although I don't have children, my babies are adults, but still, they're still my babies. And you worry. Like I'm worried about my youngest son who's graduating this year and going off to college. His whole college situation is going to change now. He may not have a prom. He may not have a graduation ceremony until the end of the year. And I'm like, okay, we could do a pseudo prom for you. You could get dressed up. We'll wear corsages. I'll wear a cute little dress and we'll dance in the living room and we'll make a beautiful dinner for you and hors d'oeuvres and we'll dance and we'll celebrate you and you'll be prom king or prom queen. you know, However he wants to come out. Um so, I'm in my head thinking of how do I make this beneficial for my kid, but yet I'm still feeling the the upset of the virus, right? Um, I'm seeing my business fluctuate back and forth, between clients going, yeah, I'm so afraid, I don't want to talk, to clients like, I'm having a hard time. Like, okay, I got too many clients at one point, and I got to reach out to other coaches, and I'm like, this is crazy. So there's a lot, and then everyday life is still going on. We still got to do our taxes. There was a tornado in Louisiana. There's just shit going on all around us, and it's a lot. It's a lot. we still have the election coming up in November, and some of us are worried about voter fraud and not being able to vote and what's going to happen. And it, it's just a hot mess. Like everything right now is in flux, and there is a lot of change. And with that being said, everybody, how do we as coaches get in front of this with our clients? How do we help ourselves? How do we help our clients? How do we help each other? That to me is a huge, huge undertaking for us that I think will position us as coaches in a better light and help those that we support, but simultaneously helping ourselves. So yes, one, I think that we need to be educating people what we can do and and letting people understand the difference between coaching and therapy and why they should come to us and why we can be a benefit right now. You know what I mean? I know like I have two special packages going on, one for mindfulness coaching and one for guided meditation. And both of these particular packages that I've put in place is to help us stay present, to help us strategize on how do I deal with my emotions, how do I deal with the information that I'm consuming on a day to day, moment by moment basis. How do I prevent myself from spiraling into depression or anxiety? How do I feel courage and powerful? And so one of the things that the other thing that we could do other than educating people is helping our clients come up with these types of strategies to answer those questions that I just presented and to even answer these questions ourselves, like to coach ourselves. Type in that question, do a little word processing doc or get your journal and write it out or do a video log and just say, how do I cope? What do I want to do? What's going to make me feel better? How do I help other people's during this pandemic? How do I stay present and mindful? And so my coaching package addresses that. I addressed that with myself. I addressed that with my clients. And that was one of the ways that, I said as a coach, I can help. Um, my mindfulness, my guided meditation package really works on the mind, how I think, how my clients think, how um, I want to respond to the pandemic, to the information, and how do I want to feel. And so being able to meditate and affirm the positive and to redirect my focus and to redirect my emotions so that I keep everything in perspective. That's the purpose of this package, and how that's the purpose of educating and informing people through my company and through what I do as a coach and as a mindfulness trainer. And so I'm using this opportunity to help myself and to help my clients and to educate as many people as I can on, how do we cope during this coronavirus and what can we do to feel better. You know what I'm saying? Um, and creating a package that benefits your client is another thing that you can do. And like I said, you do the same thing with yourself. You almost have to coach yourself, or you get a coach because coaches do need coaches. And if you find that you're struggling to cope, you're not going to be able to help your clients cope. And so, one of the things that I've been doing also, as you guys know, I work with coaches in particular. I'm the coach for coaches. And so, again, that's my position as a coach is to help my clients who are coaches to cope. Because if they can cope, then they're going to be able to help their clients. You know what I mean? So my clients just happen to be coaches. But again, come up with approaches that will help your clients cope. That's really what I'm driving at, what I'm really wanting you to take away from um, this idea that I just mentioned. Strategize with someone else that you feel understand the coaching industry, that understands your niche, that understands you as a coach, that understands your concerns for your client. You know, um, come up with a strategy that will help you cope, but will also help your clients cope. And those are really those three tactics. I'm going to summarize it real quick again. Those three tactics: one, being present, stay present. Okay. Two, uh, help your clients strategize and understand. Oh, let me go back to one. One, be present and also inform. Inform people about coaching and how coaching can help. Two, come up with strategies. Help your clients come up with strategies on how to cope with the COVID virus, the pandemic, and the change. Because remember, this is all about changes to what we're used to and how we consume information. So, being able to come up with a plan, whether you come up with a coaching package or some type of tool, some type of coaching model or coaching theory that you can apply, come up with something for your niche and for your clients. And the third thing is come up with something for yourself. Coach yourself or get another coach. And I highly advise hiring a coach to help you figure out how to cope because it's going to impact your clients. If you know how to cope, you'll help your clients cope, right? So those are the three tips that I have for all my coaches out there who are listening. How can you utilize this time to help yourself and help others and help your clients? Um, and yeah, those are the three things that you can do right now, like seriously. And it's really about what path you want to take to get it done. And there's different paths that you can take. Like I said before, when helping yourself, you can journal, you can talk to other people, you can hire a coach, you could talk to your board, if you have a board in place. You could talk to your mentor. Um, you can sign up with Score and get a mentor and talk to someone, and Score is free. Again, hire somebody that's a coach like myself or other coaches who work with coaches. Um, what else? Create a package that services your client and your needs and your niche. Um, let's see. Look at what other coaches are doing. This is like that research part. Like this what I'm talking about now is what particular things that you can do, what paths that you can take. Talk to a Score mentor, research other coaches. What are they doing? Um, join my coaching group. I hired me as a coach. Let's strategize over this. Let's create a think tank. Let's get together with other coaches. Do a think tank. Um, there is so much that we could do, everybody. I'm just kind of going like off the top of my head and things that I've been implementing myself that we could do. Oh yeah, if you are a person, looking to help yourself, whether you do a video, whether you write about it, whether you vlog about it, like take the path that you're comfortable with, that makes sense, that resonates with you, so that you can execute your plan of action and your thoughts and what you would like to do. Um, because we're all different and we all have different ways of coping and figuring things out and strategizing. Like I love to brainstorm. I love to talk things through. So for me, I need to talk to another coach or my mentor and to hash out what I'm thinking and to go through different avenues to deal with how do I want to help my clients and how do I want to implement and execute my packages that specifically address the COVID-19? How do I want to adjust my prices? You know what I mean? So these are all the things that you can do, and it's really up to you to figure out how you want to execute it. And that's where hiring a coach to help you, or getting your mentor to help you, or getting your board to help you is going to come in handy because you'll get someone that you can bounce ideas off of and help you with some of the heavy lifting of the research and the information that's out there, who may have, other people who may have their hands on the pulse of your niche, right? So that's what I I recommend and I encourage you to consider. as you're working through your business as a coach and even your own concerns as an individual because you are an individual, and you're human and you're going to have feelings and you're going to have your own experiences outside of being a professional coach and outside of being a business owner. You're a person and you're going to have a lot of the same concerns and worries as your clients do. You know what I mean? And so be open to this experience and seeing what you can do to work through it and help yourself as well. And, contemplate what resonates with you as far as the path you want to take to um, execute some of the thoughts that I've shared with you. And I do hope that this is helpful to you. And, I would love to hear what you've come up with. If you want to leave a comment, if you want to share this information with me, feel free to follow me on social media. On Facebook, I'm at Read Ready Coaching. I also have a Facebook group, Read Ready Coaches or Read Ready Coaching. You can also follow me on Instagram. I'm at Are You Read Ready? And you can follow me on Twitter. I'm at Read Ready. And you can follow me on LinkedIn. I'm at Coach Reed. And I know I got too many handles, and that's because as I was going along, some of my handles were not available. But I am going to be fixing that with my rebranding strategy in the near future. So all of my handles will be the same. And that's coming up shortly. So that's going to be fun because you guys are going to have to follow me on the new handles. I know I don't mean to make this a heavy lift for you, but I want to make it easy for you in the long term. So, the short term, it might be a heavy lift because you're going to have to refollow me. Um, Also, I want to let you guys know with the rebranding, I am almost done with the updated website. My book is out, it's published on Amazon. I am so excited. I am doing a release and launch party on May 1st. Was it August 30th or May 1st? August 30th and May 1st. I'm doing a release party and a launch party. And we are going to have so much fun. We're going to talk about the new book. I'm going to demonstrate the training platform. I'm going to demonstrate my program for coaches. I'm going to demonstrate the new uh, members forum, what you guys have to look forward to. We're just going to talk about it. I will answer your questions about certification, about credentials, what's the difference, how to enter in this industry, how to make a career out of coaching. You know, if you don't want to have your own business, what path can you take? So, we're going to talk about all of that stuff during the release and launch party. And I'm going to be giving out gifts and discounts, like serious, huge discounts and gifts and special prizes to everybody who participates in the hour long party. It's only an hour long. And if you leave me or send me your mailing address, I am going to mail you your goodie bag. Now, I can't mail you a goodie bag if you do not participate and if you do not sign up. So, we are getting this going right now. Um, and if you are interested, please email me or send me a message through my website. If you go to readready.com, again, readready.com, and you click the reach out in the menu bar, you can send me a message directly and say, "Hey, Coach Dawn, I want to attend the launch party. I want to enjoy that goodie bag and I want to enjoy the savings and I want to see what the website is going to look like and I want to see the training platform and I got questions." Let me know. Send that information to me. And I will make sure that you get the link to sign up. I'll make sure you get the invite. Again, I will be sending participants a goodie bag for the day, but I cannot send it to you if you don't leave me somewhere to send it. So you may not get the goodie bag until after May 1st, but that's okay. You will get your goodie bag. I want to send everybody, whether it's my book. Maybe you'll get the book for free. I don't know. You might get a bottle of Prosecco with it. I'm going to send you some goodies. That's all I know. You're going to get some discounts. You're going to get some good stuff from me. So make sure I have your mailing address and make sure that you reserve a whole hour so you can chat with me about all the good stuff and the whole rebranding. And the focus of the message and my mission is really to help coaches develop their career in the coaching industry. And again, my whole brand is about the coach for coaches. I am the coach for coaches. I am the mind disruptor and the bullshit disruptor and the guru of goals, okay? So I want you guys to know that's what the new brand is about. And if you want to attend the launch party, please send me a message through my website. You can go to readready.com, ready.com, and click on reach out and send me a message. And I will send you the invite and I will show you how or give you instructions on how you can leave me your mailing address so that I can send you your goodie bag. I am so excited. You can also email me through coaching at readreadycoaching.com. Again, that's coaching at readreadycoaching.com. I'm excited, and yeah, I really do hope you guys are going to join me for the launch. And if you have any questions, if you have any topics that you would like me to bring up on the podcast, please let me know. Also, I'm also going to do a survey. Like right now, I did choose Sunday at 7 because I figured it was like probably one of the easier days. But if there's another day, again, because I'm rebranding and this is kind of like the trial period of my um podcast. This is, I'm kind of doing a test run. If there is a better day, you can also email me that too. So send me an email, coaching at readreadycoaching.com, or go to my website, readready.com, click on reach out in the menu, and just let me know, you know, when would you like to hear live? When would you like to be on live with me so that you can ask me your questions directly? Do Mondays work better for you? Do Wednesdays work better for you? Do Thursdays work better for you? Do Saturdays work better for you? What times work better for you? I want to make sure that I can cast a wide of net as possible that as many coaches can participate in the conversation and as many coaches as possible can ask questions live and to also make sure when I begin to bring on special guests that you guys will be able to attend and participate. So please let me know and because once the trial period, this temporary trial period is over, I'm going to set up the permanent podcast, and everything will kind of be the same as far as the podcast, how you can access me. But I'm going to finalize the branding of the podcast so that you guys, yeah, can benefit, so that you can benefit, and I want you most of all to benefit from this podcast and make sure that what I'm talking about is very helpful to you, that's going to help you grow in this industry and as a professional, and that you can be live with me and you can enjoy the guests that I'm going to start bringing on to have these conversations with us. So please reach out, let me know, leave it in the chat, let me know on social media if you follow me. And especially, you can send me an email, whether it's through my email account or if it's through my website. I want to hear from you. And if you'd like to be a sponsor, you can also do that too. Because I'm going to tell you right now, we're going to grow. We're going to grow. We're going to get bigger. We're going to be servicing millions of coaches. And I'm telling you guys, people sometimes don't recognize greatness when it first starts because maybe the following isn't there yet, or maybe the person hasn't blown up yet. And I'm gonna tell you right now, we are gonna blow up. Read Ready is on that cusp. And I think that by being part of the journey early on, you're gonna see the greater benefit. You know, be part of the journey early. Invest in the journey early. Because I'm telling you, when things go boom, when things blow up, when things are at that high visibility status, I think it's going to create a different approach. And there's going to be a lot of things that we're not going to be able to do. And there's going to be a lot of things that we're going to have to do differently um, for cost effectiveness, for our viewers, our listeners that follow us on social media and on our podcast. It's going to change. So, get in now while it's easier to do it because when things become way more visible, I think you're going to see it's going to be a lot difficult to be part of the journey. It just is. And any business can tell you that's how it go. Not that I want it to go that way, but it's just the sheer nature of the conditions of the more popularity that you have, the more visibility that you have, the harder it becomes to be more touchable and to benefit from longevity and affiliation and partnership. So this is the time to be a partner with Read Ready because it's going to be a harder, I think, as we gain momentum and visibility. So contact me if you have questions. Follow me, share, like, all that good stuff. And I thank you. I thank you for, downloading and liking the podcast now and giving me your feedback. Feedback is wonderful. Feedback provides learning and growth opportunities. A lot of times we don't give feedback when things are great. And I'm looking at that everything I'm doing must be great because there's no negative feedback at all. No negative feedback. Um, and in the same token, um, I'm getting positive feedback, but people don't voice their opinions fully unless there's something wrong. So I say that to say the feedback that you give me is valuable. And because I'm rebranding right now, I say, speak now or forever hold your peace. Because as I rebrand, I'm taking the information and the feedback that I do receive and I'm applying it to the rebranding strategy. Because again, I'm a firm believer that our clients, our viewers, our followers, our listeners, they help make us who we are. And if we're providing them a valuable services, they're going to always be with us. If we're meeting their needs, they're going to be with us. And so that's where I am. I want to make sure that I'm meeting your need, as my client and as my listener and as my follower and as my visitors, you know. So let me know. I don't know unless you tell me. And if you don't tell me, I don't know and I can't do nothing about it, right? So thank you guys again. I love you. Please be safe. Please make sure you're practicing social distancing. Please make sure you're practicing physical limitations. Um, it is difficult, but we got to do it. Let's continue to do it. Please follow the science. Please don't follow the circus and the show of some of the press conferences. Please follow you know, what's real. Please follow what's objective. And let's do our best to be in a good position to help the people that we serve in our niche market. All right, guys, I love you. Go out there and create awesome sauce for yourself and for others.